What is up, YouTube? YouTube! Mr. King coming at you live from the studio. Here are the questions for the day. Please pause the video and answer them. Next, momentum quiz average, very good. Very happy with everyone's performance on that. The retake is posted online if you need it. Today, what we're doing, you're going to explain why is it harder to walk up a steep hill compared to a shallow hill using focus notes. Here are the NGSS standards. And so on your notes, this is the EQ. You may have been to San Francisco and seen one of the steepest hills in the world. Walking up a steep hill is much harder. I'm going to go over why today. And by the end of the video, you should be able to answer that question. So, on your notebook, could you start a new page and write conservation of energy notes? Left side is the words on the screen. The right side, please draw pictures to help you remember and process the content. First thing, I want you to watch this video. Try and watch closely. Where does the spear come from? Okay? This is a clip from Full Metal Alchemist, one of the best anime of all time. So right now, Edward's gonna draw a spear. I want you to watch. Where does he get it from? Okay, so if you look closely, try and guess, where did the spear come from? And you can see there's a little crater in the cement. That's supposed to represent the spear came from the cement. That's how you use the materials to make it. Okay, I have another clip for you. It's from one of the best movies of all time. I want you to watch. Where does all of our trash go? Where does the energy and matter in the trash? Where does it end up going? Don't just say the fire, okay? It's a little bit more than that. So that's why we try not to throw stuff away. It all gets burned. But where does it go after it gets burned? Try and think about it. Where does all that trash go after it gets burned? It does go somewhere. It doesn't disappear. Where do you think all that trash is going? And if you need to pause the video to wipe your tears, I understand. It's a really emotional movie. They're accepting their fate. Okay. Okay. So I wanted you to notice, even if you burn the trash, you don't get rid of it. The trash will still stay up in the air as smoke. So what I want you to write down, the law of conservation says energy and matter, pretty much everything in this universe, can't be created or destroyed, only moved around. Okay? So when Full Metal Alchemist was making things, he had to take it from the earth. So it's just like real life. When we make things, we have to take resources from the earth. Okay? We can't create out of nothing. We have to use materials from the earth to make them. And we can't destroy them either. So when I'm done using something and it's thrown away, we burn it or we bury it. But when we burn it, it still goes into the air. It doesn't disappear. And that's why when you burn trash, a lot of the poor air quality areas will still have these plastic chemicals in the air, and that's why you're more likely to have asthma if you live in a place with poor air quality, because a lot of those chemicals will end up going in our lungs, and they'll block our passageways for breathing, and it'll make it harder to breathe, which is why people can get asthma in areas with really bad air quality, because a lot of the trash, the burning trash, the smoke sits in those areas that are low income, where people are more likely to have asthma. Okay, and on that somber note, I want you to try and guess, what does therm mean? My hint, thermometer means it measures heat. Hypothermia means you die from being too cold. Exothermic means it releases heat. What do you think the root word in all of them is therm? What do you think therm means? Pause the video and guess. Hopefully you notice all of them have to do with heat. So thermal energy means heat energy. The hotter something is, the more thermal energy, so the faster the atoms move around. So they'll have more energy and be more powerful. Main thing, thermal is heat energy. Please draw a picture. Moving on. A kinesthetic learner means you prefer to be hands-on. Telekinesis means you move things with your mind. What do you think the root word kinetic means? Hint, kinesthetic, hands-on. Telekinesis, move things with your mind. You may notice both of them have to do with moving. So kinetic is the energy you get from moving. And from our momentum lecture, you should know things that are faster have more momentum. So they're going to be more powerful. And it's just like with energy, things that are moving faster have more kinetic energy. Okay? So kinetic energy is energy you get from moving. I have a practice problem for you. You eat a protein bar with 500 calories. You then use 300 calories of energy to lift weights for 10 minutes and build your muscle. How much energy is left over, and where did it go? Please pause the video now and try and figure it out. Okay, so remember, 500 calories go in, 300 calories go into your workout, into your muscle. Where do you think the other 200 go? Hint, try and think, what happens when you're exercising a lot? What will your body start to do? Hopefully, you'll remember, when you work out a lot, you sweat a lot. So the rest of the calories from your protein bar will get released into the gym, wherever you're working out, as sweat. So you're releasing heat, and that's where a lot of your calories end up going. Next, I want you to pause the video. Why do you think the bowling ball on the left has more energy? Neither of them are moving, but the one on the left, this bowling ball, has more energy. Why do you think that is? Okay? So, yes, it has more energy because it's higher up. And the reason is because things that are higher up have the potential to go faster. So that's the reason why. This one has more potential energy because it's more likely to go faster because it's going to be falling farther, and it'll give it more time to speed up. Okay. I have another weightlifting question for you. It takes the man down below 75 joules of energy to lift 200 pounds 3 feet. 3 feet to get, you use 75 joules to get 3 feet. How many joules of energy does it take this woman to lift the 200 pounds 6 feet? Okay. Try and figure it out. Takes him 75 to raise it 3 feet. How much energy does it take her to lift it 6 feet? Pause the video now. Try and figure it out. Hopefully you noticed she is lifting the weight twice as high. So since higher things that are higher up, get more and more energy as you go, it'll be double the energy to get it twice as high. So please write down not only the answer, but gravitational potential energy is the word we use to describe things that are high up. Okay? So gravitational potential energy is energy from being high up. So you have to put more energy into things to make them go higher up, because you're putting in energy to raise things because they end up with more energy the higher they go. Okay? Last thing in your notes, please write a summary. Answer these 3 things. What did you learn today? Why is it harder to walk up a steep hill rather than a shallow hill? And write a number for how well you understood the notes and the problems today. Somewhere on the paper. Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with me the whole time. Have a great day.